So my name is Trupti Bhoir, and I'm actor, director, producer, and writer, and I'm activist too. I have made till now 7 films. I have as a producer, I have directed 2 films. I have wrote 4 films as a writer, and I have acted as a lead actor 10 films. My 2 films was listed for Oscar, and I am here because my film is nominated as Best International Feature, and film name is Paro, the Untold Story of Bride Slavery. It's a very important story.
Yes, it is. I'm Ruhi Haq. I'm from Los Angeles, originally from India, and I'm a director, writer, producer, and very, very honored to be associated with Paro, the Untold Story of Bride Slavery, which is nominated, as Tripti mentioned, for International Best Feature. And also, my directed film and produced film on childhood cancer, "God Cancer Survivor Journeys," is playing as a special edition. So really happy to be at Rain Dance, and thank you for having us here. As you said, this is a critical subject on bride slavery that Tripti's been working on.
Please tell us a little bit about your feature film and the issues that you're tackling.
So this feature film is about bride trafficking and bride slavery, which is happening in India, but not only in India, it is happening all the country in the world. And silently, we are just, keep quiet. We are aware about human trafficking, but not bride trafficking and bride slavery. So this film is about that. And in India, the we have a state called Haryana. In Haryana, there is a small district called Mewat, and this is the culture they have called Paro. So Paro means sex worker. We call them prostitute. Likewise, the girl and women who sell and buy for marriages, we call them Paro. Means in that custom, they call Paro.
Is this only specific to this area, Paro?
Yeah, only that specific area, Paro. Yeah. And so I told you that I'm an activist. So my pattern of working is I have a production house and I have one NGO called Shelter Foundation. And we take a subject which is very necessary that society should know about it, and it is hidden by behind the curtain, and sometimes even government not aware about it what is happening in society. So my pattern is make a film, do awareness to the needful people or the society, and then through the Shelter Foundation fight for this community.
Yes.
And go reach to the government and ask for the help for that community. So likewise, we are working for paros and for their dignity, for their respect, and for their rights. Women is always neglected. Women issues are never give any first preference.
Yeah.
They just there, they exist. So this is the same issue, like they are there, like child abuse, molestation with girls. They are running for so many decades and so many years, but now we are talking about it, now we are aware. Like Me Too, people see abuse in with artists was happening all the time.
Yeah.
But now all the artists are coming out and talking about it, that this director has done with me, this production has done this with me. So likewise, this paro, this bride slaves, is there all the time. Only we have just brush it and we show this is there.
Do you know anyone affected by it? Is this how you got involved? Or
So
to make a film?
actually, what happened? I saw a documentary which BBC News Channel made,
What's it called?
and it was bride slavery in India,
Oh, okay.
and it was made in 2013, and it was so powerful that I didn't sleep for one night. And I watched that documentary in 2015, and I was like so shocked that how this is happening, and it's really happening in India.
And you didn't know? You had no idea?
I never know about it. And it was shot in 2013. So now you just understand that documentary is still, there lying down, but no one is giving any shit about it. I just saw, and then I was like, okay, we should, if this is really happening, it's really shocking. And if this is
Were
happening,
you in disbelief? Were you in denial almost?
I
Were you
was not
thinking, absolutely
believe.
not?
I was like, oh, people are marrying girl from age of 11 or 12 till 20, and she's marrying decades older than her men, like sometimes 60 plus or 70 plus, and they will keep her till their economy allows them, or sometime because the very old age husband he died after some year, like 7 or 8 year, and the family don't want to give her property, so they will sell her for another marriage for less than good price.
Oh my God.
And that was like very shocking for me, because I know slavery was all the time, like we was slave, India was slave for 200 years. So, but still, I understand women is not free.
No.
And then I feel that I should go there, and I really went and visit that area, and I met more than 60 to 63 women who are paros. I heard their story. It was so shocking for me, and I cried, and it gives me so much goosebump, but strength to, you know, take their voices and reach to the world. So I asked, I met one man, which line actually triggered me to make this film. He married four women,
Paris?
paros.
Okay.
He married and then he sold after some time. He married and he sold after some time. And I asked him, so what you do? Because he was the different religion and he was doing marriages. So I asked, see, India is a lot of religion. So I asked, have you do any ritual to, change them in a different religion like Christianity or Muslim or Hindu? We have different. So he just looked at me and he was like, he told me that when one goat is lost, it don't have any religion or caste. We are just cutting it and we are just distributing it. And that made me myself so yucky, and I feel myself like a goat or some product which is
Yeah.
no value at all. I'm like cheap. And then I feel I should make this film and tell this to the government and make awareness to the nation that your child is a product.
Yeah.
Your child one day is gonna do missing list. Is she will be in missing list, and she will end up, you know, being someone's wife again and again, marrying someone.
Why are they buying? Why are these men buying their brides? Why can't they just find a bride normally in a restaurant or a club?
Yeah, so I'll tell you. So many countries are buying wife. In America, they are buying wife, Russian wives and all.
Really?
But in India, why they are doing this? And actually, China is doing more because one single child policy. In India, we have gender imbalance, less girl,
Yeah.
and that's why there is a less girl for marriage. So before we have a dowry thing where we have to, a girl have to pay to men to marry her, but now because girls are less, now men has to pay dowry to marry a girl.
Oh.
So instead of paying a huge dowry, they are just buying. And
Because they otherwise they don't can't get a girl if they don't buy.
otherwise, yeah, because so many state, because they are not buying girl and they are waiting for arranged marriage and some proposal should come to them. They was a boy, they became now 45-year-old man or 50-year-old man, and they are still not married.
Yeah. And you said that 60-year-old ladies are getting sold as brides.
Yeah, so it's like when a girl is selling for marriage again and again, even she get her menopause, that time also they are selling, and it's like a more bad goods kind of thing where her last sell will be a person who don't have hand or who don't have legs, like that.
The men get older, they have no other choice but to buy a bride now. And so also
The lack of women.
yes, but not just that, it's also because economically they're better off when they're older, so the men have more leeway of being able to buy. So she's saying even handicapped men, then yes, that's what she meant. So even handicapped men, then that's the last sale of a 60-year-old woman, then she's getting sold to someone who can now afford to buy her, or even young girls, because now he's economically stronger than he was when he was a young man. And they're having multiple children, and the children get abused now because when you're a child of someone who doesn't have any rights on the property of the husband or any rights on the name. So the married name is a huge deal, right? You know, in marriage they change the name and they get the title of being a wife, but she has none of that. So the children have none of that as well. So they then in turn get abused a lot. So it's a whole cycle, a systematic abuse cycle that this movie is talking about and trying to eradicate, or at least create awareness. Look at you, you're not, look at us, we're from the country and we're not aware. So awareness is the first step, right? So once you're aware, what next? And she's doing what's next, right? So Tripti is working on ground to get them some rights so that at least if they want out from the system, they have a way of being out. Right, because financial stability and economic independence is the first way out, right? Education for some of them may be a little delayed, but at least financial independence. So things like where they have a livelihood, where they can actually get out and not have to move back either to their own homes where they will not be accepted, or to back to their husbands or next husband where they are financially dependent. But these women, as they are bought and sold, are actually helping the men on the field, earning money. So not only are they sexual slaves, which is the first fact, but they are also working on the fields. They're making money for these men, and they have to bring home money. So they're being used to pay off bills, cook at home, and I mean, pretty much a very bad state. And Tripti has met people who've been so badly physically abused, and you won't see a lot of that in the film because we've kept it subtle. But we have created the awareness. She's made a film where the awareness is there, and that's why we joined hands with this. I've joined hands after the film was made, but to create awareness globally about what is happening, because it's not just India, it's everywhere in the world. And when she came to United States, my banner Voices Unheard is actually from LA, Los Angeles. So when they came there, it was horrifying to know that in United States, childhood marriage is not banned in every state, which should be the basic fact. I'm sure you should check on UK and see, is it banned? Is it still, is there even a law in place? Because then we get amazed. California doesn't have a law. So, I mean, these are states that are so advanced, so to say, but there's no certain law that prohibits. So it's a very important topic, and we really are thankful to channels, to people to talk about it, tag us, yeah. I mean, they're the ones who are involved, and remember, for them, marriage of a girl is a huge deal because they don't have to pay dowry now. She's gone, and so there's no acceptance of getting the girl back because one, she's been into multiple husbands where they don't accept them back, and two, they don't want the burden of having a girl child. When she said infanticide, there's huge girl child when there was a girl born, they would get killed. So then this has caused this imbalance in India in a huge deal. And that's happening all over the world where, girls are getting trafficked. It's really sad that women have to stand for women first. And of course, be like Tripti, where you're not only just making a film, you're working on ground for the cause.
It just makes no sense because women give life. And then you kill them.
Yeah, but I feel that it's not only parents. So it's not all the time parents are selling girls. It's not. See, the poverty is playing a very big role here. And when they have a lot of children, for them, a girl is not getting raped and abused by anyone, but marrying respectfully, they think like that.
Yeah.
And then that's why they are into this trap where they really don't know where my girl is gonna now trap. It's a marriage trap.
Yeah.
But there is another n number of way where the girl will kidnap, and it will be for job. They will ask, you will get a good job, let's go, come to the Delhi, and from there she will just go and just sell for anyone. And so there's a number of way actually.
There are lots of brothels. Yes.
Yeah, so there's a
Operating in
lot of
Delhi.
people. Yeah, there's a big racket who are making such a dirty money.